Welcome to Brunswick Cable Access News. I'm Don Keating. Thanks for joining me this week. And on this week's show, I'm going to tell you about the Ohio Public Works Commission funding sought for the second phase of the Laurel Road reconstruction. Chamber names a new executive director, and Ohio's true heroes are remembered. So join me here right now on Brunswick Cable Access News. A second phase of construction is anticipated for Laurel Road in 2019 now that city officials elected to submit an application for funding as part of the Ohio Public Works Issue 1 program. Consulting city engineer Matt Jones said City Council passed emergency legislation July 23rd authorizing the administration to seek state grant funds that would enable the city to reconstruct a portion of Laurel Road from just east of Brittenell Drive to just west of Maxwell Boulevard. The total estimated cost of the project, according to Jones, is $1 million, which will be funded by a combination of approximately $614,000 OPWC grant funds, as well as just under $400,000 in local funds. If the grant funding is awarded, Jones said, the project would not begin until July 2019 when the funding is expected to be distributed. The second phase of the Laurel Road project is expected to pick up where the first phase of construction leaves off this fall, just east of Brittenell Drive, that is. Like the first phase of the project, the second phase is expected to call for the replacement of deteriorated concrete pavement and base, as well as the replacement of storm sewer crossovers and catch basins within the project limits. Additionally, new aprons are expected to be constructed on all affected driveways, and sidewalks will be removed and replaced as needed, similar to the work that was done as part of the Grafton Road Improvement Project. Phase 1 of the project, which is expected to be completed in October, will cost the city approximately $1.1 million. Additional phases of the construction on Laurel Road are anticipated over the next several years. The Northern Medina County Chamber Alliance announced this week that it has named a replacement for outgoing Executive Director Melissa Krebs. The Chamber Board announced July 26th that Barbara Desar will replace Krebs, who announced her resignation this past spring with plans to launch her own healthcare business. Krebs' departure comes 10 years after she became president of the Brunswick Area Chamber of Commerce, which has since been expanded to the Northern Medina County Chamber Alliance. Desar brings with her several years of experience working with nonprofits and business organizations, both as a director and a board member. She has background in management with considerable experience in event planning, membership recruitment, business retention and expansion, fund development, and employee supervision. Additionally, Desar has collaborated with economic development and city government officials as an advocate for business and industry. The NMCCA search committee interviewed many qualified candidates. Barbara Desar's extensive experience and community involvement made her the perfect choice. We are looking forward to moving ahead with her at the helm, said Sandra Jenkins, the chair, that is, of the NMCCA. Desar, who takes over as executive director Monday, August 6th, said she is excited about her new venture. I am extremely honored to have been selected for this position, as well as very excited to begin working with the NMCCA board and membership to move the organization forward. I am very impressed by the 4 political subdivisions, the 3 excellent school systems, the well-established business parks, and the diverse retail development that make up this selection of the county. I hope that my knowledge of the Northern Medina County businesses, plus my experiences in government education, economic development, workforce development, and commercial real estate will serve the area well. My priority will be getting out to meet everyone and assessing their needs. The NMCCA's mission is to strengthen the community by providing economic opportunities and support through leadership and ongoing communication for members doing business in the northern Medina County area. The township is one step closer to constructing a new system of walking trails near the West Chase subdivision now that trustees have elected to partner with the Medina County Park District to obtain grant funding that would be funded for the future development of the vacant land. During a special meeting late last month, township trustees indicated the land, which is approximately 10 acres, has been donated to the school district by the developer of the housing development several years back. After the school district declined to accept the property, it was subsequently turned over to the township in 2017. While township officials are still considering utilizing the land for construction of a new town hall building, trustees said that creating a system of walking trails and an active park is also a viable option for the land. Trustees have indicated several times in recent years that the township has outgrown its current town hall, located at 1918 Pearl Road in the lower level of Fire Station Number 1. However, they have also noted that the funding needed to build a new fire station and/or town hall is not available in the township's budget. During the July 27th meeting, trustees met with MCPD planner Haley Bondi and Brunswick Hills Township Zoning Inspector Evelyn Sizzi about the proposed project. As part of the meeting, trustees indicated they are eligible for a $100,000 grant from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, and that will help alleviate project costs. In order to move forward with the application for the funding, the township is required to submit a rough sketch of the proposed park as envisioned by park district officials as to how the trails will be laid out. In addition to the trails, residents in attendance at the meeting asked trustees to consider other uses for the land, including open space and possibly a playground for children. Because residents living in the West Chase neighborhood have indicated they do not want an entrance to the proposed park off West Chase due to increased traffic concerns, the township has asked the Ohio Department of Transportation to determine whether an entrance to the park on Central Road would be feasible. Additional details regarding the proposed project, as well as cost estimates, have yet to be determined. However, township officials said further discussions will take place in the coming weeks. 4 opponents to a new recycling plan addressed county commissioners at their weekly meeting on August 7th, asking them to rescind a contract awarded to Rumpke of Northern Ohio a week earlier. The agreement follows years of lively debate over the best recycling options available to the county. The new contract calls for Rumpke to install state-of-the-art sorting equipment at the CPF, which would remove paper, plastic, and other recyclables from trash hauled there, but the process would only be applied to commercial waste collected from apartment buildings and other commercial sites around the county, not residential garbage. Waste hauler Curtis Perkins joined Rumpke rivals Steve Vinnie and Clayton Mintner in asking county commissioners to rescind the contract with Rumpke over technicalities in the negotiating process. Vinnie and Minter represent Envision Waste Services and claimed a flawed evaluation process led to Rumpke winning the contract over Envision and 2 other bidders. Charles Calvert also objected to the Rumpke contract, claiming it does not fully utilize the county's central processing facility, which he helped obtain funding for when he served in the Ohio House of Representatives. Aware of the keen interest in recycling options in Medina County and the inevitable criticism over the decision to choose one of a variety of options, sanitary engineer Amy Lyon Galvin presented a defense of the Rumpke contract, noting that the county's solid waste district employed a methodical process in reaching its conclusion that was based on facts, not emotional arguments. The process to select Rumpke was also done in consultation with technical advisors who have expertise in recycling and solid waste processing, as well as outside legal counsel experienced in public contracts. County commissioners did not respond to the appeals to rescind the Rumpke contract. The Brunswick community took time this past week to honor those who paid and continue to pay the ultimate price for freedom during the nation's war on terrorism. St. Patrick Episcopal Church served as host for the Ohio Flags of Honor display, a traveling memorial dedicated to all those who have been killed in action while serving in Afghanistan, Iraq, and all over the world. Throughout those 3 days, the church and its 40-member congregation not only hosted both opening and closing festivals for the exhibit, but members also took shifts around the clock to stand watch over the display, which includes almost 800 flags. Each of those flags bears the name of a member of the U.S. Armed Forces who was killed in the line of duty while serving. The Ohio Flags of Honor Memorial begins its journey on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2004, when Gino and Lisa Zimmer were notified that their son, U.S. Army Specialist Nicholas E. Zimmer, had been killed in Kaful, Iraq. Through this tragic loss for the Zimmer family and with the gratitude they felt for the overwhelming support of veterans, motorcycle clubs, and organizations in attendance at the funeral, the Operation Iraqi Freedom Chopper Fund, a nonprofit 501c3 organization, was established. Everyone associated with the OIFCF worked tirelessly to raise money to build a tribute motorcycle, a custom World War II military-style motorcycle with 21st century flair that would tour the country to memorialize all the brave men and women who gave their lives in service to their country, Gino Zimmer said. In September of 2005, the state of Ohio was notified that the U.S. Marines from Lima Company 3rd Battalion, 25th Regiment were returning from a storied assignment in Iraq. Lima Company had suffered heavy losses during the 8 months they were on assignment in the Middle East. 16 of 22 killed in action were Ohio Marines, and the state wanted to honor Lima Company for a job well done. Zimmer said members of a local American Legion post made plans to set up an avenue of flags at Rickenbacker Field south of Columbus that the returning Marines could view as they passed by. These flags of honor were to be flown in honor of their comrades who were not returning with them, along with dozens of tribute flags, sponsored by Ohio veterans organizations, displayed separately. The Rickenbacker display was so well received and appreciated by all who saw it, Zimmer said, that many asked how this memorial could tour Ohio for other communities to see. The next day, the OIFCF was contacted by the organizers of the flag display for Lima Company, Zimmer said, noting that after some discussion, it became apparent that the Operation Iraqi Freedom Chopper Fund could have more impact by focusing on Ohio's fallen soldiers through the Ohio Flags of Honor Memorial Tribute. On October 15, 2005, the OIFCF became the Ohio Flags of Honor Memorial. The traveling display is a way for the memorial to help facilitate fellowship for family, friends, and communities who want to pay tribute to Ohio's fallen soldiers. Through our display, we hope to also raise public awareness and support for Ohio's returning veterans, Zimmer said. The Ohio Flags of Honor has been continuously on display since its inceptions, and to date, the memorial has visited 94 locations in the state for events lasting 1 to 3 days. The memorial plans to make a return to Brunswick for Memorial Day weekend in 2020. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at the weather report, what we can expect during the month of September, and is it ever going to rain? Details next. And welcome back. Hey, let's take a look at a beautiful scene in your own backyard, Brunswick. This is a peek at Brunswick's North Park. The main entrance on Grafton Road, it is Brunswick's largest community park. It provides a passive natural atmosphere with a 5-acre lake that provides natural studies such as birds, reptiles, amphibians, and more. This park also sports 2 miles of walking and biking trails found weaving in and out of the beech maple forest. And indeed, folks, this is a true gem here in your own backyard in the city of Brunswick. Now, let's take a look at the month of September. We're coming up on that real fast, and let's take a look at the way things go. Historically, your average high ranges from 77 degrees on the first day down to 68 degrees on the 30th, and your average low goes from 56 degrees on the first day of the month to 47 degrees on the 30th of the month, and your average precipitation 3.63 inches. Now, the hottest it's ever been in the month of September, 99 degrees on the 15th of the month in 1939, and the lowest 25 degrees on the 29th of the month just 3 years later in 1942. Let's take a look at our weather headlines now. For the short term, the 24th to the 30th of August, your average high is 79 degrees. It drops off to 78, and your average low 58, dropping down to 57 degrees, and your average rainfall is 0.84 inches. What does the National Weather Service think about the extended outlook for temperatures? Well, here you go. New England down to the eastern seaboard in Florida, there's a chance of above normal temperatures, as well as the western U.S. from the Rocky Mountains westward, a chance at above normal temps. But middle of the country, you have a bullseye right here with a chance of below normal temperatures from the Canadian border all the way down to near the Gulf of Mexico. And why is that? That's an upper level low that will probably develop, and as it spins counterclockwise, it'll become a rather cloudy time frame and cooler than normal temperatures, as well as precipitation will be in the cards. Now, your precipitation outlook from the National Weather Service looks like this. If you go from the central Great Lakes all the way down to the middle part of the plains and into the desert southwest, southeastward, there's a slight chance of above normal precipitation, but you got to remember September, October, and November, those 3 months, we get into some rather dry spells. So that's kind of a blessing in disguise if we get it. Okay, so the way things look, we're going to hang in there. August is just about over, and coming up, one of the favorite months of the year, September, when you start to transition into autumn. We'll be back in just a second. Get out and explore your Medina County parks during the 12th annual Tracking Through Autumn program. Participants who hike 8 or more of the designated trails listed on the back between September 1 and November 30th will receive an award. All parks are open from dawn until dusk except Wolf Creek Environmental Center, which is open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Sundays from 12 to 5 p.m. First-year hikers earn a backpack, and veteran hikers earn a pin. Awards are free for Medina County residents. Out-of-county residents paid $10 for the backpack and $2 for the hiking pins. To claim your award, bring completed forms to Wolf Creek Environmental Center. Deadline for receiving awards is February 28th, 2019. To get your form, go to the park's website, click on the programs icon, and select Tracking Through Autumn from the list. And happy hiking. Quick Fix is a 501c3 nonprofit organization offering low-cost spay, neuter, and wellness services for both cats and dogs at 930 Lafayette Road, Medina. Spay, neuter, and wellness appointments are available Tuesday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. by calling 330-558-1540. Wellness is also available every Saturday on a walk-in basis from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Spay-neuter rates are as follows. Female cat spays, $60. Male cat neuters, $40. Prices include pain meds and an e-collar. Male and female dogs are priced by weight. Male dog neuters are $80 to $175, and female dog spays are $100 to $200, and those prices include pain meds and an e-collar as well. We can spay kittens starting at 2 pounds, typically 8 weeks old, and puppies at 10 weeks old. Wellness services include flea treatment, heartworm testing, which is $20, nail trims, rabies vaccines, which is $15, annual cat and dog vaccines, which is $15, and more. No office visit fee charged. For more information, check out our location services and prices at the following website. To make an appointment, call 330-558-1540 and check out our awesome Kitten Crazy Medina Facebook page. The National Park Service is seeking volunteers to be part of the hike, bike, ski, and horse patrol group called Trailblazers at Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Trailblazers provide information, first aid, and bike maintenance for visitors on the multi-use Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail and over 100 miles of hiking trails in the park. Candidates must be available for a 27-hour initial training and 40-hour annual time commitment. The training includes park orientation, assisting rangers, radio communication, and orientation sessions with experienced trailblazers. The training requirements need to be completed by June 2019. Those interested in applying are encouraged to experience this unique volunteer opportunity by shadowing a seasoned pair of trailblazers during a bike, hike, or mounted patrol this summer or fall. To schedule a shadow patrol, contact Susan Hale at the email listed below. Volunteer applications are being accepted until September 1, 2018. Apply online at the website listed on your screen. For more information, contact email is listed below, or you can call 330-657-2299. The Volunteers in Parks program is co-managed by the National Park Service and the Conservancy for Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Together, they accomplish park goals through mutually beneficial volunteer experiences and engage people in the park, building a community of park stewards. Last year, more than 7,000 VIPs donated over $205,000 to provide the highest level of quality services to park visitors and to help protect America's heritage. The Conservancy for Cuyahoga Valley National Park is a nonprofit organization created to engage public service for the park and provide services to enhance public use and enjoyment of the park. For more information about the Conservancy and its programs, visit their website or call 330-657-2909. And welcome back to Brunswick Cable Access News. We have a special guest today, 2 of them actually. We're starting a little segment today for adoptive pets, and today we have a 2.5-year-old Terrier Mastiff with us today. And we have Jen Alardo from Buckeye's Missions, I believe it is, in Brunswick, correct?
Yes, correct.
Thanks for joining us. And first of all, just tell us a little bit about your organization here in Brunswick, what they're about, and how you got started.
We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and like you said, we're located in Brunswick. We rescue homeless animals, dogs primarily. We do have a cat side to our program as well, but we do foster only with our cats. We do have a brick and mortar facility. That's where we house our dogs. We do foster as well. And we pull dogs from euthanasia lists to help other rescues so they don't have to euthanize their animals, which is how we came across Emmitt here.
Oh, okay. How long has the company been in existence here in town?
Our brick and mortar facility opened in October of 2016.
Okay, just a couple years then. And do you get animals on a regular basis, or is it sporadic?
Pretty regular.
Is
pretty
it?
regular.
What type of animals do you? I guess one of the questions would be, what's the most common that you get in?
Dogs.
Dachshunds?
Dogs.
Really? Oh, dogs.
Dogs.
I
Yeah.
thought you said dachshunds. I might have thought that because I have a dachshund, and he's a holy terror. But so I guess what type of breed is the most common that you get in the
Honestly, we see primarily bullies. Ohio is pretty much inundated with them. Unfortunately, they see a lot of backyard breeding, so they tend to be the dogs that end up on the euthanasia list 9 times out of 10. So that's really what we see a lot of.
But they're not really born the way they come in. I mean, they're born peaceful animals for the most part.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, aggression is never something that's bred into dogs. So, you know, unfortunately, they just see a lot of bad breeding and typically a lot of bad ownership. And those types of breeds, they're the good in those breeds, which is, you know, something like loyalty and wanting to appease their owners, become their very undoing. So they end up on euthanasia lists all the time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I would imagine you probably go through a rather extensive screening process before you adopt the animal out.
Absolutely. We're not just like a typical shelter where you can come in and walk out with a dog. We require that the people make an appointment, come in to see our dogs, talk to us, meet us, obviously. If they have other animals, cats or dogs in the house, we're going to set up a meeting with those animals as well. And then we also do a home check, and we also check references. Okay,
and after the dog is adopted, do you do checkups with them from time to time?
We do, and we also like to establish pretty much a lifetime connection with those people that adopt from us. So we also do daycare and a boarding facility, which is at our Brunswick location. And our hope is that once people adopt from us, that they come back and use our services, so we can really establish a connection for the lifetime of their pet.
Okay, is there any type of fee?
For the adoption fee, they range from $150 to $300. It depends on the age of the animal.
Okay, all right. And this is Emmitt, 2.5-year-old.
Yep.
And how long has he been at the facility?
He's been with us for almost a year now.
Oh wow, okay. So he seems to be a really well-mannered dog.
He is phenomenal, and the reason that we've had him so long, it was never a behavioral issue with him, but because he came to us actually with 2 broken front legs. So he went through his required medical treatment before we want to place him up for adoption, because we want to make sure that he's well, you know, before we adopt him out. So he actually came to us with both of his front legs, and we tried to repair his left front leg, and because his injuries were so old by the time that we got him, the repair didn't hold. So at that point, the only choice we had left to do was to amputate. Okay. So we want to make sure that when we adopt him out, that we've done all we can for him.
Right. Now, how about with other pets and small children? How is he, do you know?
Emmitt is phenomenal with everybody and everything. He's gone to a lot of events with me, even with our daycare dogs that come in. He meets all the new dogs. We actually had a dog that had puppies while she was at our facility. He was great with the puppies. Our volunteers will come in, sometimes bring kids with them. He's played with the other children. He's just a great all-around dog.
So he seems to get rather comfortable rather quickly
really
wherever
quickly.
he's at.
Yeah, Emmitt makes every place his home.
and this is a trial run for Bat TV, because I think this is one of the first times they've had critters in the building. And so, Emmitt, your behavior is going to tell our future, so to speak. So how can they get a hold of you if they're interested in Emmitt or seeing what you have available at the time?
You're welcome to call the sanctuary. The phone number is 330-460-6347, or you can email us at buckeyethepity@gmail.com.
Now, do you have a website that has your current animals on it as well?
It's buckeyesmissionsandsanctuary.com.
Okay. All right, Jen, thank you very much for coming down to the station
Sure.
today. I appreciate it. Good luck to you, Emmitt. Are you there? Hello? Yeah, just like my dog.
Every time
I talk to my dog, totally has a deaf ear to me, and he never listens unless he wants a treat.
Yeah, that's pretty much him too.
Yeah.
Food motivated.
All right. Okay, that'll be it for today's show. We hope you've enjoyed it. Take a look at Emmitt. Check out the website. See what they have down there. And as the old saying goes, adopt, don't buy. You know, just go and check out your options and give these lovable animals that are open for adoption a fair chance before you do anything else. That'll do it for Brunswick Cable Access News this week. Until the next week, I'm Don Keating.
The preceding program was made possible through the use of equipment and facilities of Brunswick Area Television.